Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Paola, and today I have a very special returning guest. Alexis, would you like to reintroduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Take the Lead?
Thank you for having me, Paola. I am Alexis Daria. I am the author of books like You Had Me at Hola and A Lot Like Adios. And my debut, Take the Lead, is being reissued.
Very, very exciting. Can I just say, I just think it's really cool that I discovered your books. I think it was 2018-ish, and now I'm 27, the age of your characters.
Oh, yeah, you are. Gina and Natasha are
Really?
both 27.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. Like, it's really wild to me how time has passed. I remember really shouting about your books.
Yeah,
Amazing.
you have been such a longtime supporter of this series and these characters, and I so appreciate it.
I am a fan. So, what's it like being back in the dance of world?
It's really been wonderful. I wrote these books a while ago, but then I got to revisit this one and give it a fresh edit to just kind of update it and really bring, the last 5 years of my writing experience to this book as well. And I was reading it and I was like, man, I really love this book and I love this world and these characters. And just getting to spend more time in it was really a joy.
I'm so excited to hear that because, like I said, you will. Okay, this is my Joker, people. Like, I refuse to shut up about how great it is. I am in love with the characters, I'm in love with the world. So, what in the first place drew you to a dancing competition as the setting?
I mean, it's a competition, right? So there's naturally going to be conflict and tension just kind of inherent in what they're doing. And the fact that they're dance partners too. I mean, plenty of people are dance partners and there isn't a romantic connection between them. But if there is that sort of chemistry and attraction, it again just kind of forces the forced proximity even
Yes.
more upon them, right? They're not just working together, but they really are like literally in each other's faces. And I thought that that was just like a really fun way to start a romance.
I love it. I also love the way they meet. It's kind of like a setup meet cute, which I love. Stone and Gina are one of those, like, we're from two different worlds kind of couples. So, what was it like getting them to fall for each other?
So for them, it was really more about getting them to realize that their differences really didn't matter all that much in the long run. Like, yes, he's from Alaska, she's from New York, she lives in LA, they both have different goals. But the process of them falling in love was digging into not just what they wanted, but why, and getting them to get to the heart of that and realize that what they wanted could look a number of different ways. And also sometimes what we think we want is not actually what we want. So there's that piece of it too.
Oh, that's a really cool thing. That's a very grown-up thing too. The sometimes dreams change and sometimes we think we want one thing, but we don't. And that's a very grown-up thing, as I've learned as a 27-year-old. So if you were on the dance of as the celebrity, of course, you are a celebrity already. So who would you like to be your dance partner?
Well, this brings us back to Kevin, right? He's the male pro on the show who gets the most development. Of course, I know Kevin very well because I did start writing an entire book for him. Kevin also has a really good reputation for winning on the show. Not that I think I would win, I would absolutely not, but at least I would maybe last more than 1 week if I had Kevin as a partner.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I am always, as I don't know if I've talked about this at length with you, but I always love your sex scenes. Like, they are amazing. So, what is the secret to writing a great sex scene?
I look at writing sex scenes from a technical standpoint. What is the purpose of the scene? Am I building the tension into it well enough, right? Does it really make sense for the characters to get to this point? And also, just is it fresh and original? Is it different from the other scenes in this book or other scenes that I've written in other books? I'll think like, oh man, they've only done it in a bed so far in this book. I need to like change it up for them. I don't want them to be boring and I don't want people to skip them. So I always think like, how can I make this more exciting or funny or emotional? Depending at what point in the story and the character's journeys it falls under, there's going to be a different emotional component to it. What's going through their minds before, during, and after, and making sure that, all of the characters who are involved get a POV scene that reveals that. It's also about slowing down time, which I think is a big thing of just the romance genre, right? Anytime we get to those really romantic moments, whether it's like the first time their hands brush, or that they really see each other, right? Like you said earlier, it's slowing that down, making the characters aware of like every moment, every breath, every touch, and putting it on the page, but then also not overdoing it. I think when you're writing it, it's better to just leave it all on there, and then you can scale back if you need to later, if it's like too long, or the pacing is off. They really are technical scenes, because it's really easy to write a bad one.
But with yours, it's just always like, I remember, okay, not to deviate the conversation to
Let's
that
go.
movie, but as we know, it's my favorite book. So especially in that book, I was like, oh my God, I'm feeling everything that they are feeling. This is the best. And also in Take the Lead, I mean, that's the book that made me fall in love with your writings. Like we said, you're incredible with the sex scenes. So is there a particular kind of emotion or setting that you struggle to write?
So the realization of love and the declaration of love, I feel like so much hinges on that moment. Like it can't come too early, and it has to feel like a real natural progression for the characters at that time. I also really struggle with the dark moment, the moment where basically the characters' limiting beliefs about themselves get the better of them. All the reasons they have against why they can't be in love with this person or in general kind of rise up again for one last ditch effort to get them to stay who they were at the beginning of the book, where they go, no, no, all of this change is too scary. I can't do it. And that moment can be so difficult, because I have a tendency to pull my punches there and not, really go into it, because I don't want them to be upset. I don't want them to hurt each other's feelings. And then it's hard to walk back from there too, which is what makes it so good to read those moments. But those are the ones that I really struggle to get right. Not that I struggle, but that like I put so much work into it, because I want it to feel natural. Like even if the characters are arguing with each other, it has to make sense for who they are and where they've come from. Even if you don't like what they're saying or doing in that moment, you're like, okay, I get it.
Yes.
And then having them realize and come back around and do a grand gesture. By that point, I'm also just so fed up. I just want to finish the book. I just kind of rush through it. So those are the things that really take a lot of finessing later.
Ooh, interesting. I love having you on my channel. I love talking to you. Thank you so much for doing this with me. Every time I ask, like, this is
Yeah, of
like,
course.
I love it. So read Take the Lead. Just buy Alexis's books, because duh. If you like smut, if you like romance, if you like tension, there's a lot of tension in your books, and I love it. Please go check them all out. Is there anything else you'd like to plug, or anything else you want to tease us about?
I'm currently editing book 3 in the Primas of Power series. That's Ava's book. It's going to be called Along Came Amor. With the dance off, my hope is that Take the Lead will pave the way for Dance with Me to kind of come out with the same treatment, and then maybe more in the series. That's my dream, and I have never let go of that, even when I probably should have. But, here we are now, where the book is out in print. That's my hope, that I'll be able to do more in this world, because I've always loved it. And I know you have
Yes.
as well. I actually was rereading Dance with Me this weekend, and I was like, man, I love this book.
I love it too. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna scream my head off if like when it comes out in paperback. I'm gonna, oh my God.
Let's
Yes.
hope. Yeah.
Yes.
And I was going through it, and in the back of my, in my head, I was thinking like, oh my gosh, this book needs so much work. I'm going to have to edit so much. It's going to need more work than this one. And as I was reading it, I was like, it really doesn't need that much.
It's perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, people, you heard it. You need to read Take the Lead so that you can get Dance with Me. Just trust me. Trust me. Read the books. Do us all a favor. Do yourself a favor. Yeah, I will leave a link down below for Alexis's things. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Alexis, for being here with me.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
And we will see you in the next one. Bye.